Hey, Alewife. You're in for a real treat. Please put your hands together for Kevin, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Congrats again on doing your first open mic. That's huge. Good on all of you here at Alewife being supportive of that. That's just one of many differences between music open mics and comedy open mics. Music open mic, everyone's like, yes, share your art. At comedy open mics, like, don't do it. Just get out, live your life. All right, this first song, I'm going to do what I'm calling a reverse Bee Gees, and that's where I take a disco song I wrote and make it folk because I don't have the electric guitars and synthesizers here. So, yeah, this is, by the way, my name is Kevin. I perform as Goodbye Charlemagne. This is from my disco album that came out last year, timely. The disco's really selling hot right now, called Glitz and Glamour. And this is for everybody who's ready to party tonight and then get to bed at a reasonable hour. Okay.
Yeah!
Ice in the freezer, beer and wine are in the fridge. I got liquor, I got mixers, I got plenty of chips and dip. Ain't no party like one of my parties, 'cause you know my party don't stop. But we're all in our 30s now. Just one caveat. We're gonna party all night till 10 p.m. That's right, we'll party all night, party all night. We're gonna party all night till 10 p.m. 'Cause that's a reasonable hour to call it a night. Thanks for coming over. Why don't you come on in? Take your shoes off at the door. Let me take your coat, and I'll introduce you to all my other friends. This is Kelly from 3 jobs ago. This is John, we met in college. But no one here expects you to learn each other's names. We all know it's just useless knowledge. Because we'll party all night till 10 p.m. That's right, we'll party all night, party all night. We're in our 30s, we're not trying to make some new friends. At 10:01 we all go back to our real lives again. It's 9 o'clock and I'm ready to call it a night. I turn the music down a smidge, hope that my guests take the hint. I sneak away to my bed, dim the lights, close the door, and I push all their coats off of my bed onto the floor. I just need to take a 5, swear I'm just resting my eyes, but I don't set an alarm and I wake at dawn. This is based on a true story, by the way. I fall asleep at every party I've ever hosted. If I didn't go on before 9:30 tonight, I might have fallen asleep back there. When I wake up, I grab my phone and I text all of my friends. They say we all left maybe 10 minutes or so after you snuck off to bed. Then the one guy in his 20s says, next week let's all grab a beer. But the rest of us say that's okay, we're good now. No need to socialize for at least a couple of years. Cause we partied all night till 10 p.m. That's right, we partied all night, partied all night. We'll be hungover for days from just 2 glasses of wine. But that's the price you pay for trying to party all night. Party all night. That's right, we partied all night. We partied all night. That's right, we partied all night. Party all night. Thank you. Party all night until 10 p.m. You ever fall asleep sleep at one of your own parties? It is amazing. It is a power move. All right, let's see. Clap if you like the Beatles. Yeah, all right. Clap if your favorite Beatle is George Harrison.
I love him though.
Love him? Okay, all right, all right. I'm gonna play another original. I just like to find out from the crowd. Just make sure you guys are cool.
He's my top 4.
He's a top 4 Beatle. Yeah.
Top 4.
Harrison's always been my favorite Beatle. And the Get Back documentary really cemented why. When Paul and John were just off at their cool kids table when Ringo comes in with Octopus's Garden, who was the one Beatle who was like, hey, let me help you out figure this out. Oh, you wanted to have the dopest guitar intro of any song on Abbey Road? That's why George is the best. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
George and Ringo are like the 2 nerds at the high school who are like best friends because no one else will be friends with them, and they're just like, we're gonna be best friends forever.
Preach.
Paul's like, oh, I wrote a song about a blackbird. Get fucked, you know? All right. Guys, I don't mean to get political. There's been a lot of talk lately about people freaking out about the southern border and people from Mexico and South America getting into our border. But you know what? That's all just a psyop. There's a real enemy out there that's been sneaking in. And just if you haven't gathered, these are joke songs, so don't like get worried that I'm about to like. This is why we got to talk about his. Nope, not today. Okay. This is a song inspired by the real enemy out there who's been infiltrating our culture a little bit each more.
Shit.
Oh, by the way, this is from a synth pop album, but I don't have a synthesizer I can bring here, so I'm gonna do the worst possible version and play it acoustic. But just imagine like a 6 synth line, kind of like Human League, being like a do 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 do. So keep that going in your head, I guess. When you're tuning into your TV shows, the ones you love, the ones you know, and after the credits roll, there are interviews with all the stars. Well, you might find yourself getting quite perturbed when you hear them talk out of character. You realize their secret as soon as they move their lips. When you hear that posh accent, you realize that you've been tricked. Secret British actors, they're taking over one show at a time. Secret British actors, it's a close encounter of the British kind. Secret British actors, secret British actors, secret British actors. Spider-Man is a New York hero, but Tom Holland drives on the left side of the road. Bella Ramsey from The Last of Us rides a big red double-decker bus. I thought Christian Bale was American, but I guess he sings God Save the King. And Succession's Matthew McFadden sounds like a chimney sweep. And Sarah Snook is Australian, but that's close enough for me. Secret British actors, I got bad news for Paul Revere. Secret British actors, turns out the British are already here. Secret British actors, secret British actors, secret British actors. Imagine how cool that would sound on synthesizer. This whole kerfuffle is no joke. Soon we'll all be overrun by birds and blokes. These dodgy sods are going to bring about the British invasion part 2. So I need you all to remember this. They're taking over the world, I'm not just taking the piss. If you wanna spot a secret Brit, here's the easiest way to tell. Just say soccer instead of footy, and they'll start raising bloody hell. Secret British actors in our TV shows and our movie flicks. Secret British actors, they're still bitter about 1776. Secret British actors, I'm not paranoid, I'm just being cautious. Secret British actors, it's their revenge on us for stealing the office. Secret British actors, secret British actors, secret British actors, secret British actors. Secret British actors, everybody. Someone's gotta take them down, all right? Is it just me, or when you like watch like Succession and then Matthew McFadden is not Tom Blum's gang? He's just, I was like, what is this Mr. Darcy bullshit coming out? I thought that was the character. Let's see. That's from my synth pop album, The British Invasion Part 2. That's one of the few that I can figure out on guitar. So, let's see. So I did 4 Goodbye Charlemagne albums last year, which is too many. They're all in different genres, which was a fun and exhausting challenge. This was the most recent one. It's a song about rich kids and why you should hate them, and it's from the alternative rock classic from last December called "We Have Your Son, But Please Take Him Back." Okay? Hard work's a virtue in which I take pride. It's the second most reason for my meteoric rise. To make it to the big time, there's only one way. Shed your blood, sweat, and tears, rise and grind every day. Oh, and also I have rich parents. That comes in handy a bit, I'll admit. Yeah, also I have rich parents, but we don't need to talk about it. I'm well respected in my industry because my mom and dad own a big company. I rub elbows with leaders of political parties. My godfather Scorsese called him Uncle Marty. Some call it unequal, some call it unfair, but that's just how the world works. It's called laissez-faire. I learned that from my rich parents. It's not wrong to have so much cash. You should be like me and my rich parents. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Woe is me. No one knows what it's like to receive so much scorn. Woe is me. Just for the way you happen to be born. It's lonely up here at the top of society. I guess the 1%'s the last of some minority. Say I had a head start, but we all have the same 24 hours in a single day. We all have the chance to earn great amounts, hiding money in mommy's offshore accounts. You work dead-end jobs to pay back student debts, while my school had buildings with my granddad's name on it. 'Cause my parents also had rich parents. I'm third generation old money legacy. Yeah, my parents got millions from their parents and turned that into billions for me. It's true that I have rich parents and they have rich, powerful friends. But if you can get some rich parents, what I would highly recommend, I have rich parents. Yeah, I have rich parents. Thank you. Rich parents. If you got them, get out. Okay. This is a people's bar, all right? That's one thing you don't have to worry about as much in Queens. If you go to Brooklyn, it's like, who here's parents pay their rent? The place goes nuts. I'm just kidding, I don't get booked. This is, I'll do one last real short one. This is the closing track from everyone's favorite 90s alternative rock album from 2023. We Have Your Son, But Please Give Him Back. And it's, I grew up in New Hampshire, that's why I look like this, by the way. And, went to school at the University of New Hampshire. And my school is so sweet. I don't know if anyone else in college does this, but they just like call me all the time for money. It's really sweet. They keep in touch like that. And so this is a song about the University of New Hampshire. Our mascot was the Wildcats. The song is called Go Wildcats. Hello, Mr. Smith, sorry to bother you at home. I know you don't have time to talk on the phone. I'm calling from your college and thought it might be fun if you consider making a donation. Oh no, well that's too bad. I was hoping you'd remember all the good times you had. The student union building and the dining hall. Hanging out, playing frisbee, out on the quad. I know it's been years since you left your alma mater. I also know now that you are now the loving father. A little boy named Derek who's just turned 3. How do I know that? Well, he's standing right in front of me. So don't be stupid, no one has to get hurt here. And if I'm not being clear, we have your son. Kidnapped your boy, but don't get sore. Need to buy the football team a new scoreboard. For $1,000 we can give you back your son. For $100 we can mail you his thumb. So don't be stupid, no one, oh wait, that's not it. For $100 we can mail you his thumb. This isn't a joke or a prank. This isn't a joke or a prank call. I'm really not fooling at all. We have your son. Okay, Mr. Smith, glad you understand at last. So tell me, will that be credit or cash? Thank you so much for your generous donation on behalf of the school's Alumni Association. We'll give back your son once the funds hit the bank, and I'm sure the dean will gladly send you his thanks. So I'll let you go and get back to whatever you were doing. Goodbye and go Wildcats. Go Wildcats. We got some lines there. That's why we should only do 3 songs. Okay. Thank you, Jeannie.
Yo, Kevin, everybody, how about that? I did not feel personally attacked by any of those songs at all.
Oh, you're cool.
Right, gonna take a really quick break. We've got Gabriel coming up. We've got a couple more acts for you tonight, guys, so don't go anywhere, please. I know it's past 10 p.m., right? Is it? Almost. It's getting close for you, but yeah. Anyway, we won't be out too late. We'll be right back.